We are in day 17 of our 40-day fast. And by this time in the fast, perhaps you've experienced, as I've experienced, not only a war with my flesh as it relates to cravings or whatever, but a war with my emotions in the sense of heightened sensitivities and just noticing things as it relates to my stress level and whatever. Yesterday, I was uh, stressed out about something, thinking about something, and I noticed I started eating some vegetable chips. What I was eating wasn't wrong, but the fact that I was using eating as a coping mechanism sort of struck me. Uh, Last night I was also watching a NBA game, and one of the commentators was talking about a particular professional basketball player, and said that in order for him to go to the next level, he needs to develop a go-to move. That is to say, there has to be some particular basketball move that he has developed so well that he knows that he can basically score every time he does that move. And so back in the old days, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had a sky hook, or Michael Jordan had his fadeaway jumper, so on and so forth. So the idea today for you and I, brother and sister Christian, is that we need to develop some new go-to moves. Sometimes our go-to move when we're stressed is to withdraw or to eat or to find some way to distract our flesh that is illegitimate, whether it be alcohol or drugs or illicit sex or fantasy or whatever. And the Bible gives us two great go-to moves when we're stressed that we need to master so that they become just reflexive. That is to say, when stress comes, the first go-to move is prayer. The Bible says don't worry about anything, but pray about everything. And don't forget to thank God for his answers. That's Philippians chapter 4, verse 6 in one of the modern translations. The next go-to move is just gratitude. The Bible talks about in 1 Thessalonians 5, around verse 17, 18, it says that in everything give thanks, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus concerning you. So prayer and thanksgiving ought to be the pick and roll, ought to be the sky hook, ought to be the main move that you and I master, so that when we feel stressed, instead of grabbing for a bag of chips, we sit down and figure out exactly, okay, what's going on inside of me, and let me pray about this thing. And more importantly, when we're feeling these emotions, disappointment or depression, discouragement, whatever negative emotions you might be feeling, frustration, irritation, take time to thank God for what you do have or what might be going right in your life, as opposed to cataloging what's going wrong. One good way to get leverage on that is to really thank God for what has not happened. That is to say, the Bible talks about in Psalms 124, if it had not been the Lord on our side, we would have been swallowed up, we would have been swept away, all of these things. He's our helper. And so let's practice the move of thanksgiving and practice the move of prayer. And in those two go-to moves, I think we have a surefire way to make the most out of every circumstance. God bless you and have a great day.